Peace. This is a meat and potato sausage production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic for the occult family is trials of the psychic. Now, when you delve into magic or being a psychic or doing any form of divination such as runes or tarot, will there be trials and tribulations? Yes. And I want to talk about this because I went through these trials, and the difference between then and now is that there wasn't this plethora of information via the internet. Like 25 years ago, there was no Google. There was no TikTok. There was no Bing, no Yahoo. That really wasn't out there like that. So I want to talk about that. I remember when I first started involving myself in the tarot, which basically was the Stone Age, and the first deck I got acquainted with was the Rider Tarot deck. And they always say, go by intuition, or it's intuitive. What do they mean by that? They mean that basically the pictures will depict and tell a story. And that part is true. The other part, though, is you have to learn about the elements, because all the elements, such as air, fire, water, earth, those things outside are inside. So when you're doing that, that didn't really resonate with me. But there was another deck that I got a hold of, the Voyager Oracle deck. And that spoke volumes, and it spoke to me. So it's about getting the deck that's best for you. But did I make some rookie mistakes? Absolutely. Let Mentor tell you this. One of the mistakes I did when I started doing readings, I would have people take my deck, or one of them, and shuffle it because I wanted their energy on it. That's a rookie mistake. You never let no one touch your deck under any circumstances. Your deck is for you, and as you become more evolved, you automatically can pick up the energy of the individual. So they're projecting their energy, and when they project their energy, they're projecting their consciousness, and this will go right to the cards. Very easy. So that's something that I would like a lot of people to know. Now, let's go on to psychic readings. Psychic readings that could take a lot out of you. Let me tell you why. Because your consciousness and their consciousness, they melt. They meld. They come together. So it's temporary, but they come together. And then the psychic pays attention to the body language, the vocabulary, not so much what they're saying, but how they're saying it and what tone they're speaking in. Are they speaking in terms of uncertainty, low self-esteem, hostility, anger? All this can hit a psychic like a brick. And a lot of people sometimes will have psychic gifts innately, but no one's really telling them, hey, I noticed that you pick up on impressions well, or this, that, and the other. You may want to do these things. And I think it's very important when you're really trying to understand your gifts and own them, always find someone that has had those same experiences so they kind of can be like a buffer for you. So it's very important that you do that. How do you do that? Well, when you're picking up all that energy, one of the things that's going to happen, again, mistakes I made, I would do sometimes 3 or 4 readings in a day. That takes a lot of energy out of you because you're drained, and then you don't want to do nothing but lay down or sleep. That's why when you do your readings, aspiring psychics and tarot readers, don't overexert yourself spiritually. Because I've heard many times the term that's been thrown around is somewhat become like a meme. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. Yes, that's true. The only problem with that, though, is that the human experiences, if you don't know how to manipulate them, they're going to manipulate you. Case in point, let's say that you're trying to engage in magic. You're so drained from the bills. You got 3 kids, but this one kid, for some reason, school ain't his or her thing. And all these things can become taxing. So you don't know, as a consequence, how to manipulate and manage your time. So if you don't know how to do that, the human experience just got in the way of the spirituality. So I would say when you're doing these things, learn how to transmute your energy. Now, one of the best ways that you can do this, and I started learning and practicing this, besides meditation, let's take it to the next level. One of the things that you should do, go in a room. If it's light, that's fine, but no TV, no electronics, and challenge yourself and see if you can sit there for 5 minutes. A lot of people can't. One, because your mind's going to fight you, and one of the ways that it fights you is you get to fidgeting or itching around your eye or your nose or whatever. That means that something in you, from a soul perspective, wants to get out, or it feels that it's trapped, or you're overstimulated because of your iPhone or your Android, or you wondering about that new episode of Sisters, or if you a man, wow, I really wonder, is LeBron gonna get that 40,000 points in the next few games? So the human side is going to do everything to distract you, especially if you are a mystic. So do that exercise. The other exercise, go by water, because water can capture energy. And the last thing I would say is that sit in a lotus position by a tree that calls out to you. Close your eyes and just breathe. That's it. Breathe so that tree and the air and the grass around you can take that. Because I remember there was one young lady that had psychic abilities, and she just told me, for some reason, she had a good day at work, but she just came home angry. And I said, where you work at? She said she worked at a group home, and there was a lot of people there that have mental health issues. And I said, you took on their energy. So that's why when you have that, I'm telling you what to do about it. So there are trials and tribulations for the psychic, but it's nothing that they can't handle. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. The water, my friends. Peace.